Working out.
Alright then, welcome back everyone to the second episode for this week. Alright, as we pick up, the fighting is over, random displaced beast found, quickly slain. Slain. The party returned back to the carriage as the massacre life kind of finally being turned over after his pockets and everything had been checked as well. To seeing your older brother Cecil looking down, is like, goes slightly pale, more pale than he's actually been recently, because he's gone pale already with everything that's gone on. And just something.
Considering the family is quite tan, that is very fucking.
Yeah. Well, considering that there's like a live skeleton in his carriage.
Yeah.
Just literally just sat there, just like arms crossed, like.
Hey.
It's like, yeah. That's part of the stone herd. It's one of the two herds that have started raiding the villages and any carriages that have been coming by.
Stone herds. I think I'm getting down with these people.
They're kind of ruthless. If you guys hadn't been here, they would have killed all of us.
Well, they should probably do with big more stones then.
Sounds like we get a reward.
Yes. I believe that is more than necessary. Once we get to Cloverdrift and to the palace, I'll see that all of you are well looked after, supplied, and compensated.
I just kind of shrink back into myself.
Thank you, Daddy.
Please don't call me that.
Hey, you're the one who brought us the handcuffs. I'm sorry, it's in my head now. I can
Oh,
try.
handcuffs.
That's alright, Goosey. You can keep those.
He kind of turns to one of the guards. Is the carriage still rideable? Can we still move forward? And the guard's just kind of, yes sir, but we need to move that one out of the way first. Ain't going anywhere with that still in the way. So you all kind of look over to see the other cart mass that's still blocking the entire path.
Anyone got a spell to blow that thing to kingdom come?
I'll pick it up.
Pick it up.
Go
on then.
Not Thor. You're
Roll a strength check, Tom.
Alright.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go. Roll a strength check.
Right.
And a constitution to see if you
I
shit
hope
yourself.
it's
Oh yeah, that's out. Oh, 8.
Right? You kind of lift up, you get your hands under it, ease enough, you lift up, and you can kind of feel it starting to go up until eventually just your arms ache and you have to forcefully drop it out of necessity.
Can I go again?
If you'd like.
I'll assist.
Make advantage then. Unless you want to roll one.
No, I'll let him roll it.
Advantage roll again.
That is that's a 10.
Blade casts reduce on the cart. And then walks up and picks it up, puts it in his pocket.
Why'd you need a cart?
Don't know. Like Hot Wheels or something.
But don't get investment.
I must remember that's in my pocket, or else that will suddenly not be small anymore.
You have a ripped pocket.
Okay. We good?
The guards just go like. Madam, where have you found this?
This?
Excuse me?
That's racist.
Also rude.
We didn't find Flake. Flake found us, and it's now this. Show some respect.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
clearly
sure
a mushroom.
Sorry, Sir Mushroom, sir.
Sir Mushroom.
Mushrooms!
At that point, your brother's just like, I'm not getting the feeling he's been knighted.
Of the mushroom kingdom.
Can we take the carriage and go now, please? We're now late.
Blame it on me, everyone else usually does.
We're late. What a travesty.
Don't worry, the stone herd will be blamed as per usual at the minute.
As I said, I'm already disappointed to them, so let's continue their trend.
Well.
The only time you disappoint me, darling, is when you put your clothes back on.
The guards are kind of saddling back up and getting back on. What are you guys? Are you guys who's going back in the car? Who's going on top of the car, side of the car, wherever on the
I'm just
car?
gonna go back to.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Patch
Yeah.
my perch.
Back
Yeah,
on the roof,
I'm
start
getting
going
back
through all the
inside.
fancy clothes, see what might fit,
I'm
what
going to
might
be
not.
on the roof this time.
Yeah.
And
I'm
stop
sitting
fixing
next to
my
the
hood.
window so I can
Well,
peek my head out at
don't
them.
be- always on the tail of
Shove them over this side. I imagine it just comes out that side out.
I start explaining in excruciating detail how I got my powers.
Spring's fixing his cloak. Out comes the sewing kit.
Anton's reloading his pistol and just trying to keep an eye out while
Throwing
being
the
explained.
Yep. So, Anton wants to make perception.
Yeah, it was all because of my dad.
Oh, did you not have a good relationship with your father?
Oh, it was alright, he just made a deal for me without my consent. Oh, my God, so loud.
Oh,
It was a van.
that's most ungood.
No, that's why I'm evil.
Oh.
Anyway.
I feel we needed that dialogue.
That's cleared up a lot of things for me, so.
Yeah, you just see kind of Flake, they're just like, eyes glaze over, just nodding.
And they go, oh shit, and they throw the car out the window for it.
It's about an hour down the road. You just see the car, throw something out. You're like, what was that? It's like,
Priest.
the tree doesn't get it. The car just kind of comes back out, hits against the tree, and kind of smashes even more down. There's now just like a cart. There might have been a small animal under there somewhere. You don't know.
I hope not.
You didn't check. You just threw it out the window.
Well, if I didn't throw it out, it would have blown up the car with us in it.
No! Let me sacrifice to destroy some people who were slightly annoying our sensitive heads.
Yeah, that would have been a good way to just kill the whole party. But
Never mind the crown prince of Cloverdrift
yeah,
and
it's all good. Everyone
Princess.
re-roll.
Oh, he's
Get
the crown
rolling.
prince, so he's
the
definitely
oldest.
daddy. He's
He's the oldest.
definitely daddy.
Oh, this is always crown prince.
Right. So as the car carries on with the 4 people outside, like to make perception checks.
And my head's kind of like out. Can I do one?
If you want to, you're welcome to. Oh no.
17.
You found some pretties then.
So that one side just engrossed in the pretties and the clothes.
I got 12.
18.
14. I was going to say, do you have the lucky thing I have, but that's a halfling, not a rogue thing. So
There is a halfling feat in Xanathar's Guide to Everything that you can pass that lucky feat, that luck on to someone else.
Can I pass that on?
You don't have the feat. It's when you get like level 8, you can take that feat if you like. It's
Okay.
one of
Sorry.
those. It's a featured trait kind of thing. But then you should probably take ability score up. Actually.
Yeah, I should probably get my con out, because that's pretty shocking.
Yeah, your con is like minus.
I'm a sneaky sword.
So carrying on, you kind of not too much more dangers kind of thing. You do kind of like after that you go or keeping your visual eye out. Except for you're just too engrossed in sewing up the kind of ripped, torn
Yep.
patched.
And checking out all the pretty clothes, seeing what fits my style.
Yeah, you find a few nice things. You definitely found that and a few nice tunics that not just your style, but they're kind of beyond your pay grade, as it were, kind of thing.
Is there anything for me, since I've got a ripped dress sleeve?
We're meeting royalty, getting changed.
I'm going to try and
Also
sneak
keep an eye
another
out obviously for a
15.
replacement dress.
Yeah. You find a few different dresses, things like that, and every so often
They
you
get
just kind of
tossed
leave one over at the end, and you just kind of see this dress kind of like.
Princess?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. You find, let's say, kind of nice, kind of purple full gown kind of dress.
Fuck yeah.
That was good.
Nice though, matches my hair.
Embroidered purely with like different leaves as an inspiration for the tree in Lothuran.
Secretly is my dress from my palace. Someone stole my dress.
As it kind of carries on, gets to now because you got into the village kind of towards evening time, so you've been kind of traveling through the night. Kind of all you're a little bit wired at the minute. So if you all want to kind of try and kind of sleep or rest at the minute for a long rest, now would be the time because it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping for a while.
I'm just gonna meditate.
Set a watch though.
I do not need anything. I never took any damage.
But if you don't sleep, you will get 1 point of exhaustion.
I'll nap, but
To which you will then have disadvantage.
I will nap, but I don't need it.
You need a long rest.
I need a lot.
I'll meditate, you can nap on my
I don't know what to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You take meditation for 4 hours. You see Cecil kind of doing the same as well as elves can do. So who all is taking a sleep? Who's all going to stay up as to help watch?
Okay,
So
cool.
Heimdall will stay up.
I think we all have to take one rest.
We got 2 guards though.
You got 4 guards all together. 2 on.
I did the first watch.
Yeah.
So obviously once I finish my meditation, then I'll keep watch as well.
If we're taking a long rest, we take part in the watch? Yeah, I'll take
Yeah. So you all get a long rest over the time being, but you're all kind of taking turns.
Yeah.
And
I'll
kind of
take-
watching and.
last watch, so then I can start working on breakfast.
Yep. On
Aww.
the move. On the top of a royal carriage.
We've got a little campfire on top of the carriage.
Yeah. Bear in mind, the carriage is pretty much made out of a giant tree trunk.
Sure?
I've got a breastplate from the fucking giant glass to cooking.
Ah,
There you go.
Fair enough.
Brilliant.
Stir fries, what do you think?
So, through the rest of the night, you're all going to get your long rest. You're all going to sleep it off. There's that morning kind of.
From the trees as you go past.
Morning comes. It gets to about mid to late morning for most of you waking up from the smell of breakfast is rising down from above the carriage for most of you. As you just wake up, consciousness comes to you, the smell of bacon or whatever he's cooking at the minute. You, Anton, before you just kind of open one of your eyes and just see it cooking on this giant breastplate.
This place of steaks.
And by the way, there is now a bunch of skeleton bones
Yeah,
in the carriage.
Aw.
That literally happened just as you all were falling. Most of you were falling asleep as well.
Probably freaked out when he quickly enough. That's back and slowly like.
And just a morning star placed in the middle as well.
Superman door.
That's good now. I just kind of look up and like, oh, have the carriage.
Bacon on eggs and fried bread.
Do it, yeah, I haven't once done.
Another portion, another portion.
So you see, I got that whole bread out. Just
Yeah.
like a bacon egg sandwich.
Yep.
Rum. Put a bit on the front, there we go.
Oh, a deglaze, yes!
He knows.
I'll get some onions in there.
Where do you keep those?
Handy
Huge, handy haversack.
Do you guys want an egg?
No.
Just give me a second.
I thought you were male.
I never said what I was. Are you assuming my gender?
Yes.
Oh no! We have 2 of them on the fucking table. Because we already got friggin' 3 gender neutral.
Oh, that's awesome. Let me try. What is it, con check?
Deadpan on that last bit, like it.
So what happens if you fail?
No, make a medical.
If
It will be a medicine check
If
technically.
he fails, he gets egg bound and dies.
Oh no.
Do it.
Hail.
11?
You feel something come out. You're not sure what it is, but it wasn't big.
I'll try again in a second.
The sudden
Guys, I'm
smell
a new
kind
friend.
of fills the interior of the carriage for a moment.
We're in the good place. We're in the good place.
Sorry.
And we have rum nice donuts.
I'll have some of those.
I'll fly up there with them.
There's a space constraint on top of the garage.
Most of the day goes on. It gets to about a kind of mid-afternoon, so about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, as you start pulling into what looks like a village at first, but slowly, and quickly turns into massive town-like city. Welcome to Cloverdrift, everybody.
I was like,
As you all kind of look around, kind of take it in, your eyes are then drawn to this pure green, almost green texture, as if it's made from leaves itself, palace that sits at the top of a hill overlooking the entire city, which would be the Velen Palace, where the Velens family, the family of the Velens have existed, lived, and looked over for thousands of years now.
Your family home's a little fancier than my one.
yeah. Yeah, it is.
It'll be alright, sister.
Your mother, no, sorry, our mother, and technically it's yours because I really don't care, I don't see you as a mother anymore. Yeah, she pretty much told me to fuck off. I'm not exactly welcome here, am I?
Yeah, but let's just say I didn't come to get you because I wanted to.
Wow. Oh, thanks.
Not just because I wanted to. They asked for me to come get you.
What, Dad or Mom? Fuck.
Also, why are
Said
you
with-
American?
Mm.
Mom.
This is how told, so sorry.
As the carriage kind of starts making way, the two
Like
guards
the big people.
that were in front kind of peel off and join up, kind of make their way round through the city, kind of doing a sweep of the city, just make sure everything's kind of going all right. It's no longer now needed with the party. As the carriage is kind of carried on, brought up through a pathway that leads perfectly circling around Palace up into pretty much a drawn out fucking gate. Kind of comes down as you're going through into the courtyard, brought round, and the door is opened as the carriage stops for you all. As the two of you, is Loose Goosey on the top as well?
Yeah.
So the three of you are all kind of getting bizarre look. You have the three of you be given bizarre looks, like you just three of you make perception checks, just see if you can hear the guards muttering.
Mumbling?
That's a 9.
Nerd!
I don't know what it is.
6. Nah, you can definitely hear something. You can see the guards kind of leaning to each other and saying something, but you have no idea really what they're
Anton's
kind of
Cullen, you
saying.
can have any wood elf female that he can see.
There are a few kind of
Keep off my wife.
there are a fair few well-dressed kind of in the courtyard as like a greeting kind of party, as it were.
All the way through the town streams looking out for the interesting looking shops, like clothes shops.
Not in this part of this is in the palace, or kind of courtyard. There aren't really any shops.
Oh, all the way through the
Personal
town.
tailor.
All through the town.
Yeah.
You saw a fair few there. There's definitely a lot of trade, especially actually in tailoring and things like that as well. For the city is very much based on look at me kind of thing. Very much of we pride how we look, how we dress. If you don't dress like us, you don't belong in this town kind of thing. Yeah. It's very
Shit, my city changed a lot.
It's always been like that. You were just you just were well dressed regardless.
I was always in the town, like the really shitty part of the
Yeah,
town.
there's a kind of a slum side where like a lot of the taverns, the good taverns,
And the
So
brothels.
why
And the
are we
brothels.
staying at the palace?
Because I'm royal and I have to go back.
As the carriage doors open and Cecil's the first one to come out, he kind of stands there, kind of bows to the people outside, and says, you know formality, you're to come and join me.
But I'm still in a ripped dress. I got a dress, but I never got changed.
You don't, doesn't matter what you're wearing at this point. The feast will come
You can
towards
change
this
right here.
evening. You can change before then. You know, you've come to bow to mother and father.
Fine. Kind of hand the dress over to you to hold for a sec. And I jump
Nobody
down.
else.
I kind of walk around and like.
That was good to see you still alive, darling.
It's not like checked up on me.
Well, we've kind of, at this point she kind of looks down in a bit of kind of sorrowful regret, as it were, just like, shut away for a little while.
Yeah, I know. If I hadn't read a lovely little letter to you two and get replied by him, I wouldn't know.
At that point, Cecil is just like, kind of very much taking the charismatic side and very defiant, knowing that he's next in line for royalty. It's like, if you two weren't going to do it, somebody had to inform what was going on.
Yes, Daddy.
Well, you do notice your father has been very silent, very unnaturally silent as well, kind of just standing there, just viewing, shrugs. Your mother kind of turns around and is like, well, dinner for you and She kind of looks at the carriage, seeing the three of you on the top, you on the back, and the two of you kind of poking through.
Spring's just sat cross-legged at the edge of the roof, just like.
She kind of looks like, you and your,
Anton's gonna stand up, take his hat off, and go, "We are the Golden Marauders!" I'm gonna do a massive, big, fancy curtsy.
Honk!
I'm gonna leave right. Not all of us are the Golden Marauders, just to clarify.
Golden Marauders and extras.
they are all welcome to the feast. We'll be promptly ready at 7, so you have a few hours to get changed.
They say food.
The 6
Yes.
of you will be shown to private quarters each. If you have clothing provided for dinner, wear it. If not, we can provide it for you. And at the point she kind of clocks you, it's like, I did not realize you were traveling with one of the Iron Shields.
Yeah, he's not one of the Golden Marauders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Sir Iron Shield, we welcome you into our home.
I appreciate
Wow.
I can't look
Ass
over my
kissing
father
son of a
like,
bitch.
it. I'm
do
not
I have to
asking.
say to me, or are you still not talking to me? I'll take that as a
Turns and
no.
kind of walks up back into this palace.
Okay.
May I ask
Why
if
did
there's
they
any
need separate
family
rooms and
clothes
also
and
clothes provided?
for me to wear? I've only got my armor and
Can-
basic.
I'll sort it.
We do have stuff for any dwarven emissaries or royalty like yourself to come visit, so we can have something arranged for you, Sir Iron Shield.
I obviously need something to wear for dinner tonight. I have nothing that looks appropriate for your fashion around here. I would hate to be looking like an outsider.
Says the doorkeeper.
Well, I guess we can have to. So you got mushrooms.
Have we got anything that
Don't
can like
ask.
make my moss grow bigger?
Not at the
It's
palace.
getting a bit dry, to be
Have
honest.
You just
seen
kinda
that
see-
car
you
to
just-
make sure you look like a noble.
Probably.
You just kind of see, kind of blow your hands, clap, and just one of the female kind of handmaidens kind of come up. Yes, Mercy. Take these who need clothing down to the tailors on our account. Fix them. Make sure they have clothing ready for this evening. Whatever they wish to wear. At that point, she then turns
Okay.
away and walks.
A dress.
And walks away. 3 hours.
Is there like a court wizard?
Well, there is, but I think, yeah, you will be sought after for it,
Yeah.
knowledge anyways.
I kind of go to one of the maids and like, can you make sure her room's as close to mine as possible?
Of course, we'll make sure.
We're best friends.
I got 2 bells from like talk to like softly, not whisper, but like somewhere. Do you need to talk to your father?
You can
Wait,
try,
You come to the
but you
dinner?
haven't spoken to me
I'll
in
be
years,
fine.
so
Okay.
have fun.
As
I've got
in
some spare clothes.
kind of
I only have
what
armor
you
and
do, let's just
lingerie.
talk with this about- try
It's
and
like
help him
talking
out.
to a brick wall.
I like to be
Kim,
practical.
As I said, good
Okay.
luck.
So,
He says
like,
in his
talk
freaking
to
like
your
black
father.
and gold.
Like talking to
Big
you
fancy
sometimes.
hat.
It works.
I can just come to dinner in my
Also,
lingerie.
give you
That's
this.
fine.
Oh,
No, no,
okay,
fine.
thank
And
you.
the handmaiden's going to stand next to you and said,
The Royal Hill is
It
going to
is
be able to
not-
get you some very fine lingerie.
yeah, the handmaiden
idea.
is standing next to you guys.
Mhm.
You
Fancy
hear this
lingerie.
conversation. She
I
kind
should
of goes,
help you make certain it brings out all of your assets as best as possible.
I'm
Well,
sure you will.
Shall we?
well, that may sound like a good
Off his
idea.
arm.
You must. At that point, you kind of stop. It's like, well, that may be a good idea to you. It is not formal courtesy to be wearing a lingerie to a formal dinner party,
But
especially.
it's the formal wear of my people.
No, it's not. We know your kind of people.
No, my people are the hoes. You don't know my people.
Excuse me, my good man.
Madam, it's a handmaiden.
My good lady, surely, as a guest, if she desires this lingerie, we shall make the daughter of the house most happy. You can accommodate this as well as making her fit for the feast tonight. Persuasion check. 12.
So, that may be, but this is a formal dinner party. There are rules, there are expectations. And while she can have lingerie made for her, a formal dress will be required.
Of course, both, absolutely. I'm sure she has no problem with this.
Make it like a massive slit on the side.
We're talking quite down.
So who is-
Legs far down on the back too.
So as she's kind of looking at
Like
the,
double slits.
Yes.
as she's looking at the 5 of you, so who is coming to the tailors with me to be dressed up?
Yes.
I'll come along.
Okay, Master Dwarf, there will be clothes already provided for you.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. I'll just go ahead.
That'll be fine. I've got something to wear.
Whereabouts is your is the master of the house?
He'll be somewhere, and he's probably going off to his study or whatever, and I do not tend him, I tend to the man of the house.
I'll go find him.
Yep, so the 3 of you are coming, Johnny?
Are we going to montage this like really hard?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like a montage.
Montage.
You guys are boarded onto a kind of incredibly fancy cart, and taken back down to the city to very particular tailors, and pretty much all of you are sized up. You kind of kind of a bit wary about measuring you, and I'm not sure they have tape long enough
Seriously, do you
for the
not have
height.
that staff still that tells you to an oval?
I'm getting free clothes. Like this is the first time this has ever happened.
I just need to get rid of the mushrooms.
So
I kinda
you're
wanna-
all.
I kind of want to wear a tux.
So you are all. So the 3 of you are measured up and asked specifically what kind of formal garments you would like to wear for it. So we'll start with Flake.
Yeah, I definitely want to wear something, the equivalent of wearing a tuxedo in this one.
Pretty much a tuxedo. It's not
Sweet.
possible to. It's not overly possible to make something like
No.
that. It'd be a bit more kind of a medieval kind of look to it, kind of like a
Works for
normal
me.
medieval wear. A very fancy kind of dark green tuxedo.
Oh, nice.
Spring.
Dress shirt, waistcoat, long coat, big fancy hat.
Wow.
He's not taking the elven gloves off ever because they look fucking sweet anyway.
Yeah.
Nice tight pair of pants, which come down to sort of just below the knees because it gets a bit awkward around there.
Yeah.
And then make some really fancy looking leather wraps for the lower half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a big David Bowie bulge as well.
The
And,
glow is an STD.
and Denny's.
Right.
This is gonna be
I'm
fun.
I'm
ready
going
to
to show
break.
as much skin as physically possible. So it's going to have a dropped back right down to the ass crack. It's going to have a dropped front. It's going to be like a halter thing all the way down to my belly button, and it's going to have slits up the side. It's going to be black and sparkly with maybe a few encrusted gold bits on it because that's fancy. And I'm practically naked.
They make you,
Yep.
weirdly enough, rather quickly for what most of you probably know as tailors. These very special tailors who are very good at their craft, and as your clothes fit perfect, almost snugly. They don't feel like wearing suits and formal dresses can be kind of stiffy at times. These feel quite. You feel like you can relax quite easily, have a light lounge about day in them, and not actually be cumbersome by. Oh, I have to breathe in all the time, that kind of thing.
Yeah, 'cause
You
I
feel.
don't add any material on it.
That's gonna make playing more interesting.
You're all getting that. They're all well kind of folded up for you, placed in. About an hour and a half later, you're being taken back up to the palace, ready to be kind of given to your rooms, shown wash basins and different things like that to prepare yourself. They're kind of looking at you like. Right. So what are the rest 4 of you doing?
While that was all happening, I got jumped in my room, and in my room, once I knew no one was around, I got to my ring, use it, and now I'm on my ship.
Yep.
I go to my ship, and I go to my personal like dresswear and stuff like that, and I start picking out my finest.
As you kind of get to the ship, the crew is kind of looking at you. Captain, we Aye?
Just picking up some clothes, I'll be back later.
Aye? Okay.
Be convenient when I tell Britris that I'm having his baby.
Stop one.
Frankly.
Bye.
Bridget's gonna be like,
Done it again. So he's getting
You can take the baby too.
He's only got the one pair of boots, so he's going to polish them up.
Yeah.
Some nice pilot-y boots. He's going to have obviously his just quite tight trousers, but not too tight. He's going to have a waist jacket, black and gold. It's always black and gold.
Always black and gold.
Hey, I'm wearing black and gold.
Hey, matching.
He's still
Ring is
gonna.
not wearing black.
He's still
Yeah,
going
you're, I take you're wearing very colourful. Yeah, I mean,
Round the skull.
legal jacket.
He's going to have his sword and pistol, obviously, on the
Yeah.
still, just strapped to his belt,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Nice. He's going to have a what is it called?
Ascot?
Yeah, cravat.
Cravat.
Stuff like that. He's going to take the bandana off. He's going to leave the hat, and he's going to tie his hair back.
Shit, man.
This is where he actually
You
does
left
it.
your hat.
He left his hat. He's going proper like full. He's going to have water.
Yep.
Well, he's going to find as much jewellery that he's got as well.
All stolen
all
jewellery.
The rings, like he's going to have the earrings
Like
in.
Mr.
and-
T.
like the fanciest like necklace
biggest
you can
chain.
find. And bracelets and stuff like that.
It's like, I've been dragged off to my quarters and I've been fucking primmed and proper again and
Yep.
hair's all tied up in braids.
Yeah, you've not had this treatment since last time you were home before you rest.
I'm secretly resenting it because I'm like, I don't need help getting dressed. Fuck off.
And you know it's a horrible thing you have to go through on that front.
I'm off
So I'm
to
just kind of
find Bell's
doing
head,
that.
try and ease him, try to talk to
You, kind of, you ask some of the guards around you, they kind of point you to the master's study. And you do find him in there just kind of reading kind of like history books and war books and just the art of war and the art of campaigning war and things like that. And then, well, you just kind of see him open a book, flick to a page, close the book, pick the next book up, flick to a page, close the book, pick the next book up. It does this a few times before you kind of properly come into the room.
Am I disturbing you, Your Majesty? No big talker then. I'm here to talk to you about your daughter. I'm worried about her as she's a dear friend of mine. And obviously she has some feelings for you.
This is so romantic, that's her dad. She's trying to sleep with her dad.
As a father and daughter relationship, I mean,
Is that helping?
Kiss me, daddy.
Choke me harder.
Now be good, baby girl. Daddy will look
Make
after you.
a persuasion check.
got a real Peter one.
No, get out. Your persuasion's supposed to.
Ooh, 13.
13. Yep.
Oh,
You kind of, after you kind of say the last one as father and daughter, he's like, he just opened the book and just slams it back shut again. You're an Iron Shield, aren't you?
Lord Heimdall, Iron Shield, I.
Fucking gun!
A Lord Iron Shield. Tell me,
Heimdall?
Heimdall, how is your relationship with your father?
Oh.
Because
Whose daddy issues now,
Because
bitch?
we do hear tales from the dwarven capital Malone here. A few dwarven emissaries do come by. And we do understand that your father has refused your grandfather's proposition to stay in Malone as a lord. We understand that you took that oath up. So I sit here wondering why Lord Heimdall Ironshield is standing in my study befriended with my daughter, who I wouldn't say cast out, but asked to leave. Not exactly the nicest way.
Technically, you already have one door.
Just leave.
This is Sheldon. He is the operator.
Has the proverbial cat got your tongue?
I'm just surprised you know about the troubles with my father.
Of course he knows.
Spies, emissaries.
People.
We know
Stories.
Minty,
Having
many things.
ears.
We wood elves are not just accustomed to the woods, we are accustomed to anywhere what we need to travel to. And before the sundering of the
Including how?
continents, we did know quite a bit. Now, I'm not going to hold a judge against you, Lord Ironshields. I do have respect for your grandfather for a lot of reasons. And while I do care for my daughter, my son, who I thought was long dead, has suddenly returned back. I asked her to come here to make sure that she knows that he's here, and to understand that she is welcome back. That is it. For the time being, if there's anything else, it can either be brought up at dinner, or over a formal war talk with the orcs I believe you're still currently in.
Well, on that note, I guess you don't want to sort this out with your daughter, so I best take my leave. And to answer your question about my father, he chose not to be a lord because he wanted to stay at Thorn to sort that city out. So I took upon the mantle of lord, and I am grateful and honoured to take this title on.
Okay, listen, no more.
I'll take my leave, Your Majesty.
We honor your title, Iron Shields. That is not a question. We will see you at dinner.
I feel I'm the art of talking too much.
You need to go see someone in your
I
family
did
house and
warn you.
diploma music.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go through
Notice how they got his title.
Good old Lucius doesn't listen to a fucking word you say. That's his name, boy.
I basically walk out and
Yeah.
slam the door.
Because you ain't even got
kind
any
of no
friends to
door
bitch
to
to
the study.
anymore.
The study is an open study. So
Oh,
you
okay.
kind of, but it's the master study
Oh, okay.
that he tends to reside in, kind of reading over his collection at the minute.
His collection of porno mags.
We probably get in.
So I'm going to drop find where my room is.
Yep, you ask around, the guards going to show you to your room.
And I get
As you're in there, there's already formal dwarven clothes, very runic design to them, inspired to the Norse gods,
Nice.
set up ready for you there.
Nice.
What is Lucy Goosey doing during this entire time?
I go to the court wizard, I explain everything about Shadowfell, and then I ask him to beef up my scythe.
And help you lay an egg.
Didn't change
Do
your
you have
words.
anything to loosen my stool?
Wrong say.
Perfect.
So Kim Club slide into the mood,
Yeah. So he kind of takes it. He kind of gets as you're kind of starting. He's like pulls out some like parchment and starts quilling, starts writing everything as you're saying it down, trying to understand it a little bit more. They don't know. You kind of get the feeling that this far away from the main city, they don't really know much about the Shadowfell because it doesn't blend there that often, much or at all even. So any information you can have is kind of key. And he goes like, he's like, what would you like done with the side?
Well, it's a gift from Shar, so I like a little bit more, some necrotic damage to it.
I'm an evocation kind of specialist, not a. But I know someone in the slums who could definitely do some extra kind of necrotic-y stuff for this easily. You're willing to. Well, I'm assuming you guys are going to be here for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Goose.
Goosey.
Goosey.
Lucy.
Goosey, okay. he's kind of tripping over himself. He's like, he's never dealt with anyone quite like you ever. And he's like, he understands that the Erico do have like a small kind of town or village there. But it's like he's never gone anywhere near, and he didn't know that your breed was a thing.
No one did.
Kind of like on the outskirts.
Shunned.
Cousin?
Or I guess I go to the slums.
No, he's so like he's gonna take your side to the kind of slums for you.
Alright.
As you have a dinner party to go to.
Okay.
Before the dinner party happens, once I'm dressed, I'm literally going out and finding where the fuck my brother is being kept. Because I need to see it with my own eyes.
You kind of ask the guards around, and there's like, of course, they take you over to his room.
Ah, okay, that's very convenient.
As you're kind of brought in, you see your one of your other siblings. I can't remember which one off the top of my head.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Cecil.
He just kind of sat there, kind of in a chair, just kind of, not necessarily kind of looking over, but just kind of very sat there, just like keeping an eye on him. It's like, so you have returned.
I'm surprised you didn't get a good bubble.
Too many days in here looking after Cullen. Kind of gets up, runs over, and kind of gives you a big hug.
Like, okay, I'm not used to being hug this height. You down there.
It's good to see you still well, sister.
Oh, as well as I can be. He's not woken up at all.
He's moved about a bit, made some rumbles, and
I kind of go over to the bed and just place my hand on his hand and like.
you feel his hand's kind of face down, and as you do that, you feel his hand turn over, and you kind of grip your hand a bit. Still hasn't woken up, still kind of almost very mentally comatose kind of states. Breathing still kind of lie low, and as you look, it's your twin brother. Cullen is there, just resting peacefully.
I'm like, yeah.
You do see like a couple of like cuts along his face.
So he's got any scars or anything, because obviously he's been gone for so long.
Yeah.
Probably something there.
Yeah. Then you kind of see that his hair is very kind of wild, utterly unkempt at the minute. Slight tuft of kind of beard starting to kind of come out as well.
Secret divulge kind of ancestry with wild magic. Kind of smooth back his hair and like.
After a few moments, he kind of lets
He's
feel his
here,
hand.
he's alive, he's real.
Yeah.
So I didn't kill him that day.
No. We still don't know what happens. We still, well, we won't know until he wakes up.
I have some theories, but I need the family here for it, not just you. And I doubt Barbara will ever torture me again.
Well, he's, well,
Ever!
well, me and the sister did read the letter before Cecil sent it out. He's been locked away for a long time, and since he came out, he's been uncharacteristically quiet. Most morning, we barely see him most days.
Well, it makes a change for you to actually be here looking after him rather than Luna Freya. Since you're usually up partying, what's happened?
Second I heard he came back, I'm looking after my little brother. Yeah, Luna Freya has kind of taken the party side now.
Of course she has.
I don't.
Didn't like the little sister got all the limelight.
Well, you made such a commotion when you left.
Gotta go
She
style.
had, she felt, as the older sister, she had to up the game somehow, and
Please. Please.
Since you've been gone, she's had 5 fiancés. Mostly, 4 of them dumped, 1 of them she killed.
What?
Nice, I need to go see Seth.
Yeah, apparently, somebody...
Love your face.
Our closest runs in the family.
Yeah, she didn't explain why or how she killed him. Just said, yeah, he's dead, I killed him.
I need to talk to her, damn it.
Well, she'll be... I hope she doesn't turn up again like she did last banquet, but she'll be at the feast.
Just kind of look at his eyes. I kind of want to know, but at the same time I really don't. Like, okay, right.
Speaking of that, I probably need to get ready. Actually, you kind of notice the clothes he's wearing are kind of not muddy, but he's not. You can tell he's not changed
Pretty
clothes
rumpled.
in quite a while.
Yeah.
Like a
you
good
like
few
any
weeks.
t-shirt, keep saying.
Yeah, utterly rugged, horrible rugged beard starting to come through. He's just like, I think I need to clean up for the thief.
That's why I'm just kind of like, I have not worn a corset in ages. It's like, I fucking hate this dress, it'll fail, but.
Right, what's a dress and what are they going to find? Flick?
Flake.
Flick, sorry.
Flick. You called him Flick for ages.
Bad accent.
That's where you get it from.
What?
See.
Of course, yes. Right,
Yep.
right.
So another character you had.
No? No.
That's my backup character.
Oh, okay. That would be funny.
Ah, Flick, Flick, Flick.
Flake.
Shrooms.
Shrooms.
Yes. Yes, please come into my boudoir.
You kind of see him, as you come in, you kind of see him halfway through getting his little tuxedo, kind of deep green tuxedo on. He's just kind of doing the bow tie up, and he's having a real trouble with
His
it.
penis is hanging out.
Okay, I haven't put the trousers on, just doing the bow tie.
Well, this is,
You kind of see,
well, this
it's
is
like,
very
and he's actually kind of removed the moss from the mushrooms in a minute and found like a pot to kind of put them all in,
Yeah.
except for the ones on his head. They're still there.
So, yeah, as we don't really know each other well, and I wanted to give you like a present, and I just give him like this, like wrapped up, quite heavy, like present.
Well, thank you kindly. I didn't get you anything. I wasn't
Well,
no,
no,
doing presents. I might have something. I start rummaging through the drawers. I don't know what's in here. What is that's roll to randomly? So
Yeah, roll investigation check. Yeah.
That's a 4. What do I find? Just some fluff.
Yeah, you find a tunic you think looks really, really nice. Definitely designed for a very slim wood elf.
Okay, here you go.
You're given a tunic.
You're welcome.
You're given a bright blue tunic.
Secret little tunic is secretly a dress.
Well, this is, well,
No, it's actually a tank top.
It just says like chill on it or something.
No, it says it ain't easy being green on a blue top.
Hold it back.
whilst I was away, I made some like gifts for, you four of my friends, so I created you that gift.
Well, thank you. I will wear it to dinner.
We're not doing what? Yeah. Alright.
It'll go nicely with my bow tie.
What is it?
You realize druids would never actually wear metal.
So what shall I?
We can change it.
Yeah, druids can't.
Okay.
They would not wear metal armor.
Okay, well.
Because it would go against their kind of nature side.
Right.
Yeah.
It would
I
be-
gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta find Denita.
Oh no! Oh god, there's gonna be a PC down short.
So I see you at the feast.
Enjoy your tank. Waiting, yeah.
So I go and find Denita's room.
Yep, that's what you guys trying to find, and you. Yep.
I know.
Give me a fucking minute! I'm not used to these kind of dresses!
After a few moments pass, the door kind of opens. You see Denita in the dress she kind of had made up for her.
Why too sexy
Far
for
good.
you?
I have to say, you look absolutely fantastic.
Slam the door.
I just want to have a little chat with you.
Okay, let's chat. Bye.
I haven't finished yet.
Leave with the present.
What? Pines out.
May I enter your room?
No.
Okay, awesome. Look, I really apologise for what I did and what I put you through, and the captain and the bell and shrooms. I am truly truly sorry. And because of that,
Wait, which bit are you sorry for? Are you sorry for the fact that you left us, despite the fact we went through literal hell to help your sister? Are you sorry for the fact that we built bonds of friendship and they meant nothing to you? Or are you sorry for the fact that you came back? Because I'm certainly sorry for the fact that you came back.
Lisa, I assume you're backing me with this one. Make a perception check.
we all make a
Are our rooms all just like nearby?
I'm not
Not overly, they're kind of
17.
Yeah, you can hear Danita shouting quite
I
clearly.
think at that point I just kind of open my door and look out and like,
I had to do
Okay.
what I had to do. I'm sorry. I know I hurt a lot of people through this. I knew I hurt you the most.
Right, well you had to do it. Well, I had to cut you out of my life because apparently I didn't fucking mean anything.
You mean a lot to me.
oh.
Yeah, right.
Look, I made you this gift by hand.
Oh, so you're gonna buy my friendship back? Fucking-tastic! You clearly don't know a fucking thing about me, do you?
Okay, this one, I've
I know
actually
a
left my
lot
room and now I'm
better
going down
than
to her room.
Oh,
like,
what? What do you know about me?
And in the midst of this argument, Lisabell just kind of, you see Lisabell walking up and just kind of looking at you.
Hey,
in
babe.
all my finery and my lovely purple corset dress.
You look amazing, darling. I haven't killed her out of respect for your family. I hope that's okay.
Sure. Now what the fuck? I can hear you in my room.
I'm gonna go. Just,
Spring, are you back at the palace, Anton?
Yes, yeah. I've already
Both of you make perception checks as well.
And as soon as I give Danita,
I'm not accepting that.
I use a point a lot.
Just give it to me. I'm
Jeez, really well in this conversation.
You kind of hear the faint parts of something going on, but you're not quite sure what it is.
And I
Up to
just
you,
basically
know.
14.
Yeah, you can hear. You just now start hearing Danita's shouts coming through about a little ways down the hallway.
I am going to point in the direction of the sound, and Danny's going to hear Blackout's voice going, "What the hell's happening out there?" Just in your head.
Heimdall!
I'm on my way! This is going to literally
I'm gone by that time.
No, this is like.
Oh.
Just
This is
Oh.
like a few moments after Lisabell
Oh, okay.
turns up.
So I just give Lisabell the present that I was supposed to give
Yep.
Nia, and I just walk away.
Yeah, walk away, you fucking coward! Like you always
Actually-
do.
Angel, I want to work you.
Oh! Can I watch?
No.
You gonna kill him? We flay him?
No.
Blood eagle.
No.
Please.
Privately or?
Privately.
Right, okay.
This is it. Anton kind of walks up. She's like.
That's it. He's currently running away.
I need to have a chat with Belle.
Looking fantastic, ladies, by the way.
Thank
Stunning.
you.
I'm not happy to shine yourself, but
So I point towards my room. It's like,
It's a formal.
no.
They don't
I'll
do
be there in a
hats and
minute.
stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
I go in Belle's room.
I was like,
Yeah, keep your hands off my wife, sharp boy! Dagger on the wall.
and then
That could have gone.
I go put
worse.
whatever it is in my hand in your room because I have no clue what this sound actually looks.
Alright, accepting it.
No, I was literally just going to be sitting in your room until you decide to look at it.
I need to edit some bits for that, so. I'll
Did
just
you look
shout.
at mine?
Miss Merryweather, are you done getting ready?
I know. What do you mean?
I don't know, am I?
What do you mean by charm? Because that's not.
Okay, there's no thing.
Thing.
Okay, so.
D&D.
Alright, so. Hang on.
You need to be looking at either deception or persuasion or. No. It'd be deception or persuasion on that front.
Okay, deception then.
Deception or persuasion.
Persuasion.
Deception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Yep.
Well, you look fantastic. Should we have a little bit of a pre-drinkies?
Yeah, I thought they called it a heretic?
Can I roll a perception to see if I heard the word drinkies down the corridor? That's 14.
And I tell That's how Danny and Anton where the wine cellar is. Yeah, there's more rum down there too.
I have to go down
What are you
there.
doing with the present now, Belle?
Yeah, but I gotta get some
Are you
drink.
keeping the present I was supposed to give to?
No, I put the present in her room, so it's there.
No. Better
What?
plan. I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Listen to what we're gonna talk about?
No, he's gonna go get the.
Oh,
He's
okay.
gonna get the
Picture
right.
it in the hallway or in my room?
There you go.
Spell stop.
Yep, unseen servant sent. You
Alfred's
see sent.
gone.
Alfred has gone over, gone down. You're not
Get wine for.
Yeah, you're kind of like, no one else is seeing. That's the next thing you know,
Just flute it.
there's like a few bottles of wine floating in the air.
Bell interrupted.
By the time it gets back to your room, you just see it there. You see about 3 cards coming down as you're accepting the
Like
as
the,
you're accepting the wine. You see 3 guards like.
I'm still stood there, so I'm like.
Just disappeared to Danny's food.
It's okay.
Who's Lucy at this point?
I've authorized it.
You see one of those guys shaking his sword. It's like.
How's home doing?
And they all kind of make their way back to the boats.
I tried.
Okay.
Well, I didn't spill blood in your house, so.
No, you didn't. So. Alright, I'll leave you guys to your pre-drinks. And
Yeah,
then
sure.
you'll turn dresser and
They're drinking
the
in
war.
Danny's room.
Yeah, so you
I
heard
wouldn't know that, so-
Oh yeah, it's like college.
Yeah.
Over again.
I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest. I think I'm already at the dining room.
Yeah, so
No one else there yet.
It's like I'm literally trying to find food.
I have a
There are
nice
some
black-
servants there. There are a few other kind of some of the other kind of royalty stay to the house. And
Kind of bothering them. I have my formal wears a black bow tie with green polka dots on it. On my neck.
Of course.
So what's spring in
Yeah, so he's just kind of in his room at the minute,
Yeah.
grooming.
Okay, right.
Right.
So I make way back to my room and see you like sat on one of many sofas that are in my room because princess bitch.
You have a lot of sofas.
And seeing a lot of guests.
In more ways than one.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
No, she only went the one way. The steps way. Let's be honest.
Oh well, I was spending yeah. So have you spoken to my father yet?
Ah, by the gods, yes.
And by the sounds of that, exactly what I warned you about.
Well, I thought I could have, persuaded him as, to royalty. But obviously not.
No, it doesn't work like that.
He's a bit, he knows a lot about my family, which is a very disturbing thought.
And I'm probably going to assume that he's talking about emissaries and...
Yeah.
Yep. He is kind of a king. You are just a lord.
He does know about my father as well, and my grandfather.
Yes, and isn't your grandfather, like, really high up?
Yeah, but I didn't
So they
expect
would
him to know-
discuss.
I didn't expect him to know all the ins and outs, what happened.
I can't believe to know everything.
He was
Nosy
also-
bastard.
He was also reading a lot of books
Yeah?
about warfare.
Well, we are kind of in the middle of a war.
He's very quiet as well.
Sundering and all. Yeah, okay, that's different.
Very quiet. So I'm a bit.
Then again, Cecil and Zephyr will both say some quiet.
Do you want me to keep an eye on him?
No,
Alright.
I'm sure he can keep an eye on himself. Doesn't like me anyway, so why should I care?
Well, he does care about you.
Does he?
He said.
Does he know?
What he said to me, he does.
He says many things, but what he does a lot of things differently to what he says.
I may have messed up, the relationship with you and maybe a little slightly different.
What did you say?
Said about his feelings for you.
I kind of have a little bit of a fireball going in my
We have the fire just kind of start dancing around your forearm and
I'm sure
your
it'll be
fingers.
fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
What
I'm sure
did you
it'll be fine.
say? No exact words, what did you say?
Basically said that she has feelings for you as a daughter.
Why would you lie to my father like that?
I was trying to him up, maybe try to get some information off him.
That never works!
I tried.
eyeballs get slowly bigger. Because I'm getting really pissed off.
I would go downstairs and have some drinks.
Get out of my room now.
Can I hear her getting upset?
I know you. Make a perception check.
We're in
actually.
my room.
I didn't mean to get you upset, though.
Get out, and the fireball is literally getting huge.
Alright, I'm going. I'll see you at dinner.
And I throw it
Waiting with
at
everybody
you.
today, aren't
I
you?
literally throw it, but I make sure it misses, so it hits the fucking door frame instead.
This it hits this kind of stone-like door frame and just kind of disperses. Heimdall kind of hastily runs out of the room.
And then I scream after you, I hit you, I don't you!
Surely we heard that.
Yeah, you guys heard that.
Hey!
With that, you kind of just hear clinking of kind of bottles in Danita's room.
You're gonna come back over and get some wine before we go downstairs to see the parents?
2 for 2 tonight.
No, I'm literally just gonna go on a
Three,
massive, like, I'm just gonna trash my room a little bit because I really bumped off.
So you all know you got about half hour or so before the dinner. So at this point, after that moment happens, you have about half an hour before dinner starts.
Hear all this
Lucy
banging
Goosey
coming.
and Heimdall don't need to work because they're now already there. Or at least Heimdall's on his way there now.
I don't know the way, so should get drunk if someone drugs me there.
Do I meet Lucy Goosey down there?
Yeah.
Do I notice like how upset he looks? How
Make-
sad. How are you feeling?
Alright,
I'm
so
very tempted to throw his
Heimdall
feet
make a deception check. So you're probably going to hide the fact that you just kind of had a firebolt at you, and Lucy make a insight check. I was about to say inception check.
Inception.
Dream within a dream. Within a dream.
13. Oh, okay, that's kind of on the track.
Yeah,
it's
cold.
cold.
Alright, doing it again. That's the same fucking 5.
Yeah. You can tell. Heimdall's kind of like, you've not known him for long, like less than a day at the minute, and you just kind of like, he probably just likes all the time.
No one fucking
What's
cares
up?
anyway.
What's up?
I'm alright, Goosey.
Yeah.
I'm alright, don't worry about me.
Oh, alright. Hey, I don't actually drink, but like once in my travels I came across some crick elves, and they gave me some crick water. You want to try? I whip out a flask.
No, I'm alright, mate.
Don't.
Alright. I don't drink, but if anybody else would want some.
Oh, God, I missed it.
As you kind of come in and come in amongst this talk, you are some of the elf servants kind of come over and hold down a tray of like wines down to you, offering you a glass.
No, I don't drink. So
It's been offered time though.
Yeah, give it
You've already
a
been
hand.
tried to offer one and you've already refused.
You got any milk?
So what's that?
Got any grapes?
It is our current grape wine at the minute. It's just coming into season for it all. So it's probably going to be the best actually we make all year.
You got any ale?
This is an elven town.
You're
We'll get you some ale, Master.
undiplomatic. So undiplomatic.
We're going to eventually solve this
Yeah,
down.
you kind of hear the crack of Thomas and their ales.
I heard that.
Dwarves and their hearing.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you kind of saunter down a few moments later, and as you kind of walk
Just
in.
appropriates a glass of wine on the way past.
Literally just like, it's just like as you kind of walk in, there's quite a few servants there, and there are a few other
Squad.
kind of nobles
Yes.
and things like that kind of there as well. As you kind of see, it's a really incredibly long, probably too big for what it should be, banqueting kind of table. And there, so there's several servants, more nobles there. You're offered a glass of wine, very kind of high-end kind of red grape wine as well.
I got to explain that. Oh, you look a bit fancy dancy.
Well, you know, when the free clothes are offered, why not take advantage? I mean, it's rather fabulous, is it not? I mean, look at the cloak, it's flat-lined and everything.
That looks good. What kind of fur is that?
I believe this is snow leopard.
Ooh. Is that like a cousin of yours?
Don't be so stupid. It's like saying you're related to a chicken.
Hey, my cousin's a chicken.
Okay.
That's kind of racist.
Oh, wait, then never mind. Anyway.
So after about 20 minutes, the four of you are kind of come down, led by Lisabell, into it. And as you all walk in, you're all offered.
I'm escorting them.
Yeah.
Technically, I shouldn't be going there. I should be going with the royal family.
True. Yeah.
So
you,
I
well,
was
you,
kind of-
you show them the
I was
way.
showing them.
The three of you kind of come in. You're all offered a glass of wine each as you enter as well.
Yeah.
We got that ale yet?
Yeah, you
I'm-
have.
I'm
You have.
Yeah, you're ale.
I'm using my Wander's Wonder as like a pimp's cane.
The wand of wonder.
Oh, I thought it was like a staff.
Oh, the wands.
Oh, of course it is. Well, I
You have Mr. Smashy.
I'm Mr. Smashy is this.
Yeah.
You've even polished it as
I
well.
polished it and I glued like the bed knob on top of it.
Alfred's still following us, by the way. Alfred's still around.
Yeah, he's got a long concentration.
Is Alfred in formal wear as well?
No one would know.
He's always
He's
in
a
formal
wear. He's a butler.
I think he's naked.
No,
You actually
he's
see at one
in
moment
absolute
Anton.
formal wear.
You see at one point Anton takes a nice sip of his drink. It kind of puts his glass out and it just like starts floating in mid.
So there's a tray following me around. I put it on the tray.
Nice.
Yeah, this is not the first
You
time you
turned
guys
up
have
well.
seen Anton dressed up
Yeah.
in this manner as well. Just
Have to dress up nice for a fancy shindig like that.
Very nice.
I'm sure it looked better on the floor though, Captain.
Oh, really?
And Danny. Yes.
Not too bad yourself, swashbuckler.
Thank you.
so, kind of the banquet, kind of dinner party kind of starts. Everyone, you're kind of mingling in with quite a lot of nobles, primarily Wood Elves, obviously, because this is primarily Wood Elf country. There are the odd noble human here, just randomly from certain other areas and towns in the area that they grew up.
Spring softly compares his ears to the Wood Elf ears and feels superior.
There are a few other elves, high elves and half elves present as well, kind of at this moment. After about half an hour of the kind of banquet, kind of dinner party, feast, whatever, starting, a guard comes in and a loud gong is heard. And everyone please like to welcome the royal family and hosts to this momentous occasion, the family Lisabell. Let in. Yes, you do hear like the round of applause coming from everyone. Let in by Lisabell's
Would you like
mother
me
and
to
father.
introduce them?
Yeah.
Led in by Lady Serenity Ray and His Royal Highness Lucius, because he's an arsehole.
This is a
Malfoy.
great introduction.
No, I'm not telling you who's coming in
Oh,
first.
So His Majesty and Lady Llewellyn, so Lucius and Serena Ray. You gotta see Lucius is well dressed, some of the most fanciest cloak any of you would have ever seen, embroidered in so many different ways. Literally looks like it literally looks like he went out, plucked 1,000 leaves off different trees and made a jacket out of it.
That's
So
probably
he
did
looks like a
actually.
forest hobo.
Looks like me.
No, but it was made and it's designed as literally. As you kind of look at it, you just kind of get lost and feel like you're literally in a peaceful woods, looking at it, holding a cane literally made out of a kind of broken tree branch.
Do it. Oh.
As you see at his side, her arm looped through his Serena Llewellyn, dressed in the most formal, dazzling. The more you look at it, the more colors shine off it at you all dressed, and just near on like drop dead stunning, even at the age of near on 500.
And then
Is that all?
behind it,
Challenge
drop me on age.
accepted.
And then you see
Money.
coming in behind them the Crown Prince, obviously Cecil that you've already met, and the Crown Princess Freya, because she's the eldest daughter.
Yep. You don't actually see them walking together. You see Cecil with another woman, her arm wrapped around his as well. And we introduce Crown Prince Cecil and his fiancée Liara walking in.
I'm kind of stood in the back going, "Who the fuck did you get my fiance?"
And her name's Laura.
Walking in, you see Cecil similar, not too dissimilar dress from his father Lucian, just not as vibrant and
Malfoy. It's
eye-catching.
Malfoy.
Yeah, basically it's about what
And his fiancée, again, equally stunning, pure kind of emerald green dress, kind of flowing a little bit longer than it needs to in the
That's
back.
why I chose purple.
Next will be Luna
Freya.
We bring in Princess Luna Freya and brother
Cecil.
Cecil, both kind of come in Cecil, again, dressed similarly like his older brother and father, kind of very well formalized.
Family theme.
Then Freya, however, dressed in what looks like purposely torn dress to be designed and look the way it is.
You're
She actually has
more
more
confident.
skin showing than you, Anita.
I got some respect
Every
for
single
that
like
one.
family member that's walked in, Blackout's eyebrow's gone up like that, and then the next one comes is up. And the last one is up.
You see the tears she's wearing.
Is that Vince McMahon's
You see Luna Frey is dressed, again, another kind of emerald green kind of dress, but it is torn in certain places for particular tattoos that she has had done. To be
Of course she's got tattoos.
Purposely on show.
Wait, there are tattoos in this world?
Yeah.
Blackout's got several.
Yeah, basically like.
So he's like a tattoo, yeah.
You just can't see him.
And she's got a lot of tattoos. And you can kind of
Sound
see
Goosey.
a fair few of like the guards' eyes are just like trying to look but not look like they're looking kind of thing. As they're kind of mentioned, you
Your
see
dad's snoots.
your mother and father, so it's kind of looking like
And they thought I was bad.
I hope your sister sits next to us. She looks decent.
No, I haven't come in yet.
and
Oh,
welcoming.
I thought you came down with us.
No, I
she
told
has
you,
come
I have
from
to
a
go
family.
in with the
Oh,
With Anton.
well, Anton. I hope the sister comes and sits next to us. She looks decent.
And introducing, welcome back to the kingdom, the youngest princess, Lisabell.
I was kind of wondering.
I can't actually clap.
Just see me coming like with a fucking bullshit a slit up the side of like, it's, yeah, why not? Any joke, let's give us up.
That's yeah, baby.
My hair all like tied up. Like,
Now, the slit in your leg is so I can get under there. That too.
You get
I didn't get it.
Every member of the
Right.
royal family is offered a glass of wine
I got it.
as well.
you
You
see
see-
that everyone else is like all happy and I'm just like,
Hoping.
Yep, everyone is off. You're all offered a glass of wine. You see, you see Lucius and
Royal family.
Serenade take the head of the table as everyone else is kind of being finding their own seats. Some of the royal family more sitting close to the top end with the parents. You all kind of eventually kind of find your seats. You're kind of sat next to Lisabell. You guys kind of all sit next to as close as you can to each other, either across the table or next to. You're all kind of standing waiting as Lucius kind of raises glass up. Let's eat as he sits down. Begging you all to sit down. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Pick up next week at a banquet. Formal banquet.
Where we
I need to make
embarrass
shit go
them.
down.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to announce our marriage and sex life.
Oh, so
Dare
much
you to.
chaos is going to happen. So much.
As I said, I'm already a disappointment. Can't be any worse.
I can't wait to find out what's on the menu.
Also, I won't see you.
You will see my sister naked. I will see my sister naked.
How many
So-
courses?
Yeah.
20.
So we will be picking this up. Stop messaging the group chat, Tilly.
Well, everyone's as well.
Thank you for all of you watching our episodes this week. We'll see you all again next week on Thursday and Sunday.
Whoop.
Until then, there's nothing wrong with being a geek, and there's nothing wrong with D&D. Bye.
Let's go!